up here for a recruiting visit in the fall, and it was the first time I saw the leaves change. And it was, this campus was completely gorgeous, and I met my future teammates and coach, and everyone just got along so well that I just knew I wanted to come to this school. I started when I was 12, and my dad was a college basketball player, and he didn't want to put me into like a sport where there's a lot of physical contact, so he put me in tennis. And at 12, I started playing with a coach and competing all over the country, and that's really all I did. Well, I'm studying journalism and mass communications, and I want to go into entertainment television. And I know I'm hoping just to get hired. I know I have to start out low and work my way up, but I want to ultimately become like a producer on a TV show. It's a funny story how I first found out about it. I was interning like between my junior and sophomore year in the summer in New York City for a political campaign, and I was on like a lunch break, and I met this person, and he started talking to me, and he was like, "Oh, I work with The View." And I was like, "Oh, that's really cool," because he told me that because that's what I told him I wanted to do eventually. And he's like, "You should apply for our internships next summer. They're paid, they're really awesome." And so I was like, "Yeah, definitely." So he gave me his card, and we exchanged some emails, and then when the next summer rolled around, I applied for that internship, and I got an interview, and then I eventually got hired. I told my story about where I came from Florida. I told stories about my juniors growing up in tennis in Florida, which is a lot of vicious girls, and I think that's really what got me remembered. I just enjoyed everything, and it was really cool the way they set it up because you got to work with every single department, so you really got to see what everyone does to put the show together. So you got to work with people that would edit things. I actually edited B-roll that would play in the background of the show that they actually put on. Like most of the interns like did that usually, so you need to know how to like work Avid or Final Cut to be able to do that. And you got to work with the audience, you got to work with the producers on certain segments that they would put together, and it was really cool. You got to work with the talent, so you specifically would meet people. Like I got to meet Pharrell when I was there, and I love him, so I was super excited. Well, for most of the jobs that I'm looking at, the big requirement is experience, so I'm hoping that they'll see that I have actual experience in entertainment television, so that'll push me ahead of other candidates that they're looking at. It's been a lot of fun. I've met friends for life, like the other senior on our team, Fatia. We became extremely close freshman year and sophomore year, and then junior and senior year. She's my best friend, and we live together now, and I just know it's like a friendship that's gonna last, and that's really what's been created here is like everyone that I meet, we're all pretty much a second family because we all come from such diverse places that we don't get to go home often. So on breaks when we're the only ones here, we're all together, and it's great.